Hi, this is Calvin of Hill Country Building and Renovation, HCBR, Texas. Today, we're at the Blanco AC Electrical and Plumbing Company, and we are adding a warehouse here for all the stuff that they have to store all their parts and pieces. And this is the parking lot that we're adding this warehouse to, and it has quite a slope to it, so this slab is about 9-10 feet off the ground. So we've got about 22 trucks, cement trucks, coming to fill this up. Take a while to get this slab poured. So I'm going to go out onto the slab here. It's a little bit dangerous because of the rebar. See if I can get some video of these guys doing their job. So the first thing they do is they go around the outside and they fill up what we call the beams. And these beams are about 8 feet deep, and they crisscross across the slab. And also, as you can see, we have a lot of rebar. So part of the expense of pouring a slab is getting the rebar put in. The rebar itself is pretty expensive, and also it takes a lot of labor to put this together. So this is an engineered slab, which means that we have our engineer design this slab. Here's a big, huge pier that will support the mezzanine and the roof. And this is a lot easier than the old school way where we used to do decades ago with wheelbarrows. These pumps are pretty nice. So they go from the concrete trucks into the pump, into the pipe, across the boom, and delivers that concrete right where we need it. And so what they do, the first thing they do is they go around the outside of the slab and start filling in the beams, but they only fill in probably the first 2 or 3 feet first. Let that set up a little bit because this concrete is heavy, and it has a tendency to push these forms out. That's why there's so many what we call kickers here to be able to hold it up. So they do it in parts and pieces and sections so that we don't put too much pressure. So it's always good to get the exterior beams poured in pieces so that it doesn't push those forms out. So part of the engineering here is that you can see this hole down here, which is a smaller pier than the ones they're filling up over there. And so anytime you have a intersection of beams, then we have a sonotube that goes down to the original ground with some steel in it, and that gets filled up because that supports the beams. So the way this is engineered is that if the ground underneath the slab here, if that happens to shrink, then those piers and the beams can suspend the slab, and it does not have to be sitting right on the ground. So On the West Coast, they're called caissons and grade beams, and that's what these are here. These are grade beams. So as you can see, they're going to be pouring a lot of concrete today. So that's kind of the engineering that goes behind these slabs. So this is the kind of thing we do, and we like pouring concrete. It's always good to get beyond this point. It's always nice to get the concrete in the ground so that we can do the rest of the building. So anyways, we do big projects like this, warehouses, and we do homes and casitas and additions and detached garages and that kind of a thing. So what's your next awesome project, and how can we help you out with that?